Pisces, I'm here for another reading for you today, so feel free to take in a deep breath and connect with that inner source of yours so you can know what parts of this reading may be for you. Now, the reading is going to be general and timeless. It's for all Pisces placements, so you could have Pisces anywhere in your birth chart. Just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. And if you would like a personal reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records for past life regression, to join our upcoming 3-day online workshop, Boundless But Boundaries, or next year's Plant Medicine and Soul Tribe Retreat in Puerto Rico for the 1111 Gateway Portal, check out the box below. It does have the website, 144bluerosetemple.com, my email, and everything else it is that you will need. Patreon members, remember that you do have early access to all channel members' videos. You get new and full moon rituals, and you have free access to every single workshop as long as you are a Patreon member. So if you'd like to join, check out the box below. It does have the link, Blue Rose Mystery School. And just thank you for being here today. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to hit that subscribe, like, and the notification bell so you can know when we next go live and when we post a video, which tomorrow on Thursday, we're going to be going live for water signs and fire signs. So feel free to join us for those $10 mini readings. Now, Pisces, again, whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. I will say that it is the new moon in Scorpio, but whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. Patreon members, you do have early access to the new moon in Scorpio video. Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit of God, for Pisces today. For Pisces today, what do we have for Pisces? Now, I feel like Pisces, there's a breakthrough coming in for you. It's like the end of the road for something. I'm seeing a lightning bolt. So lightning can resonate with you, or even any deities of lightning. What do we have for Pisces today? What's the highest message for the Pisces today? Sacred journey, seeker, introversion, self-knowledge. There's just a little bit of the Hermit card over here, except it's the Oracle deck. All right, now Pisces, the journey you're on is very unique to you. We have sacred living, spirit speaking, intervention. Ooh. Your path is your own, Pisces. Now, some of you may be trailblazers. For others of you, Pisces, there's something about, I'm actually seeing the 7 of Wands here. There's something about defending, like your path, your truth, or the path forward is being illuminated for you. For Pisces, why do we have introversion, seeker, self-knowledge? Pisces, someone didn't quite believe in you. You know, we do have Lilith here, face your shadow. And that could be your belief in self, right? Reclaiming your personal power, which has everything to do with the Pluton energy and with the Scorpionic energy. We do have forgive, Anana, believe in yourself, seeker, self-knowledge. Pisces, there's someone in the past, it could be people or someone, they did not quite believe in you. What I'm seeing is that in the past, you were seen as like a Page of Cups. 333 as I say that though. You actually had so much to offer. And not that like it was, how do I word this? They may have felt like in the past you weren't ready. I'm just seeing this energy of you being treated as a Page of Cups. But you're going to be leading the way here, Pisces. For Pisces, why do we have forgive, Anana, believe in yourself, and sacred journey? We have Angel of Balance, Pisces. Just confirmation though, the same message is coming through. Pisces, you're going to be leading the way. You are being pushed to the forefront. I'm hearing, for some of you, do you listen to Cardi B? I'm hearing, be careful with me. Where for some reason, even her story's coming through though, where like Pisces, you're the underdog here. And be careful. And it's not more for you, Pisces, it's more for people about you. Be careful. You never know who is favored by God. 444 as I say that. Where it doesn't matter what you look like, what you sound like, or this or that. It doesn't matter if, you know, to the world or to other people you appear as a Page of Cups. God chooses who he or she puts to the forefront. Pisces, there's a favor upon your life that someone or like a group of people is apologetic about. I'm seeing the Four of Cups energy in my mind's eye, where it's like people owe you an apology, or people feel like they owe you an apology. You may never get it. We do have forgive over here, Pisces. What I'm getting, Pisces, is the energy of someone seeing you go through a hard time, but they cast a judgment upon you. We have Isis, magic manifesting as I say that. You know, what's also coming through, though, is the story of Isis, where, you know, and many of these other deities, right, gods and goddesses, it's like we worship, we praise their name. We're like, oh my God, Isis, the goddess of Egypt. We forget about the story of when she was denied by a lot of Egypt, similar to Mother Mary seeking, like, you know, a hotel room, motel, whatever, to give birth to Yeshua, Jesus. Isis was looking for help and support and a home, and was knocking, and, you know, no one would help her. And then there, you know, the story of the one woman and the 7 scorpions. There's something there, though, Pisces, where you have a similar story. Now, this could be Isis, Aset. It could be, you know, similar deities, gods or goddesses that have a similar story, where it's like, you know, they look at Mother Mary needing help or support. And they look at Isis, right? Where Isis for 7 years was actually like knitting and sewing. And she didn't reach her like queenhood until Horus was 7 or 8 years old in the story. But I'm mentioning that, Pisces, because you have a similar story. You know, what's also coming through is humility here, Pisces. You know your path, you know your journey. And for some of you, I'm just hearing these words, maybe it means something to you. You know your story. Other people don't see the end result. They don't see the outcome. They just see the becoming. And what I do see, Pisces, is like forgiving people. Something's going to happen for you. You actually are doing something here. Something is manifesting for you and completing for you. But I do see that you really have been kind of like 5 of Swords kicked down in the process. People have kicked you down when you were already down, Pisces. And so in this becoming, whatever it is that you're about to achieve, to accomplish, to manifest, which is a breakthrough, there's some humility here of, you know, there are a lot of people that treated you wrong in this process of becoming, where they didn't see the final outcome. And I'm thinking, I do have a picture of like Noah's Ark over this desk over there. And, you know, the people making fun of Noah building an ark of like, it's been 50 years and you're still building that ark. And then the rain actually comes. That's what I'm seeing here, Pisces. There's some sort of indication of your truth. We do have the throat chakra, 5th chakra. Archangel Gabriel can also resonate with you. For Pisces, why do we have sacred journey, introversion, seeker, self-knowledge, Anana, believe in yourself? Someone's facing karma for how they treated you. There's a quote that a millionaire would never make fun of someone for just starting a business. You know, this wouldn't make fun of someone for just doing this or doing that. Pisces, you were like, I see you building, and as you're building, you're being kicked down. And I'm seeing the 5 of Swords in my mind's eye. The people who did that to you, they're facing karma, all right? They did not see what you were building, what you were moving towards, what you were committed or dedicated to. They did not see the final outcome, your soul destiny, whatever resonates with you. And so there are people facing karma for how they treated you. For Pisces, why do we have forgive, sacred journey, introversion, seeker, self-knowledge, Anana, believe in yourself? Spirit really wants you to meditate. Shiva's been coming through for you, Pisces, for a few weeks now, where, you know, I mean, you are Pisces, 12th house energy. We do have that Pisces North Node, Saturn moving out of Pisces into Aries, but whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. Soul alignment, ooh, Pisces, be careful. I keep hearing that song by Cardi B, be careful with me. Be careful. And it's more about other people, Pisces, not even you. People need to be careful with you. And just in general. Now, this is something I've always said. Be careful about judging people and their mess and their destruction. You don't know what God is building behind that. Shiva Kalima, right? Where Shiva Kalima teach us the sacred art of destruction. You don't know why there's destruction happening, which, you know, it's like people in duality mindset, right? Black or white, this or that, positive, negative. When you're in black and white thinking, you see someone, say, maybe going through a hard time, going through loss, going through whatever. And you think of like, oh, they're going through a karmic cycle. Be careful. 144. Be careful with that. That's the same thing Isis went through to become the Queen of Egypt. It's the same thing Yeshua went through, the 40 days, 40 nights in the wilderness, to there's whole religions about him, right? It's the same. And there's that theme, right? Where, like, be careful about judging someone's Job season. Pisces, did you have a Job season? That was initiation, 11/11. That's the thing, Pisces. You know, it's like being very mindful about the eye of judgment. Someone or people, they casted judgment upon you in your Job season. They're facing karma for casting judgment upon you or the way they treated you in your Job season. You were going through a season perhaps of humility, of initiation. We know what happens after the initiations. There's always balance. And so, like, it's being mindful of that person that you're judging when they're all the way down at the bottom, when they're going through financial constraints, right? When they're going through periods of isolation where it looks like be careful of who you think. That's what I'm hearing about you, Pisces, when it comes to other people. Be careful of who you think is alone. And they could very well be alone in this realm. Be careful, because they are surrounded by ancestors, by angels, by this, by that. So there are people facing karma about you for how they treated you. That 40 days in the wilderness, 40 days, 40 nights, you know, maybe for some of you, it's like the meditation, right? We have meditate the unknown, soul alignment, going into the void, the unknown, where you're stripped of everything, right? Or where it's a deep surrender. To some people in duality thinking that's punishment. To other people, God is initiating this person, this Pisces, into a higher state of elevation, into higher authority, into higher wealth. So it's being careful, Pisces, and not you, other people being careful about you. God's hand is upon you. You are favored by God. And, you know, there are people who celebrated, and that was actually God's testing for them. There are people who celebrated God testing you, but they didn't know what God wasn't testing you. God wasn't punishing you. God was preparing you. And these people here celebrated it. All right. Why do we, for Pisces, have sacred journey, introversion, seeker, self-knowledge, Anana, believe in yourself? Pisces, you are in alignment to receive right now, and there are people facing karma regarding you. I'm first going to get this soul alignment, what's coming in. We'll get why they're facing karma first, just so it doesn't leak into here. For Pisces, why do we have they are facing karma? Why is someone facing karma regarding Pisces? Why do we have for Pisces they're facing karma? So a lot of Ma'at segment energy, where we have the lion here, and then we have like the angel wings. 144 as I say that. Why do we have they're facing karma for Pisces? What is this for Pisces of they are facing karma? Now I see that you're getting work, Pisces. Who is facing karma regarding Pisces? Someone who is sneaky about the destruction. We do have Tower card, I can rebuild. We have Seven of Swords. I navigate challenges with wisdom and discretion. Oh, Pisces. For some of you, like someone celebrated your destruction. Someone may have even spoken through the grapevine about you. You were gossip and slander in someone's mouth or eyes. This person learned a lesson through you, Pisces, where it's like, well, watch yourself. But also, like, I'm actually hearing, watch your mouth. Where someone, like, they said something about your, like, the destruction you were going through, the bad time in life, whatever that this is. This was a very divine destruction. Be careful with that. Because Pisces can rebuild. Yeah, Pisces, this is interesting. They are facing karma for how they treated you during your hard times, actually. Or, oh, be careful about kicking someone who's already down, because someone can rebuild. For Pisces, for they're facing karma, who is this? What is this? For they're facing karma. Why Seven of Swords in the Tower card? For why they're facing karma regarding Pisces. Someone was talking too much. Six of Swords with the Hermit card. I seek truth over here. You walked away from them. Pisces, someone is facing karma because you were always going to get through this time. This was truly a time of your 40 days, 40 nights. This was your Job season. This was you and God. And you were going to move forward. And that was just always destined for you. For some of you Pisces, you know yourself. So what's coming through here is like even the destruction, you get it. You understand it. You can pinpoint yourself. You could call yourself out. Seven of Swords with the Tower card. Say you're going through things. Someone had something to say about the things that you went through. But what I'm seeing here is, yeah, I navigate challenges with wisdom and with discretion. For some of you Pisces, someone tried to air out your business. But in a way of gossip, where it's just like, oh, you see what Pisces is going through? Do you know what's coming in for Pisces? Someone got in trouble regarding you, Pisces, all right? Because there's something here about you're navigating this challenge with wisdom and discretion. So you're applying the wisdom for what you're going through. You know, you maybe even have some discretion here where it's like you and God. Again, 40 days, 40 nights, kind of being away from people. Someone tried to bring up your life. I'm just seeing the tongue. I'm seeing the tongue. Bagalamukhi. All right, Bagalamukhi may resonate with you. Where Bagalamukhi, someone talking about you, their tongue got in trouble. All right, because they were truly talking about your life. They were talking about the destruction and what you were going through. Touch not my anointed. You were going through a holy time. You were going through initiations. I leave behind what no longer serves me for a brighter path. The Hermit card, I seek truth. This was a divine cycle, but it was divine. Someone tried to take advantage of that when it came to you. All right. You only went through this to bring balance and harmony. All right. And so they're just, yeah, they're going through karma when it comes to you, Pisces, because you know thyself. You know the things you got to work through. You know, you're someone who's self-aware. And it's like they try to point something out or do something like that either didn't exist, you know, that just wasn't necessary. For Pisces, why do we have financial constraints? Forgive. Sacred journey, seeker self-knowledge. Anana, believe in yourself. Fifth chakra, soul alignment. Why do we have alignment? Sacred journey, introversion, seeker self-knowledge. Forgive. Financial constraints. Anana, believe in yourself. Why do we have believe in yourself and sacred journey? Pisces, because you have beautiful energy here. You know, we have the Sun card. You know what I kind of want to say, Pisces? This person is an a-hole, and I don't usually say those words. We have Justice card over here, where you did everything you had to do. Justice, I make wise decisions. Where it's like so in this season of your life, you were seeking wisdom while someone was like making fun of you, gossip, things like that. But you took it seriously. You know, you're like, how do I word this? you took it, you're a student of the universe, you know, a student of the mystery school, right? Life is the mystery school. You're the initiate, whatever resonates with you. Pisces, we do have the Sun card here. I'm full of hope. Ace of Swords, truth, and King of Wands. I'm hearing the word die with a smile, Pisces, over here, where you kind of, you went through a death and rebirth process with a smile, with grace. It's interesting because I am seeing the death and rebirth process, but I'm seeing you of like, I'll do it for God. I'll do it. I'll do the death and rebirth. And I see through this process, Pisces, you understood what was going on. You understood that this was an initiation deeper into your truth, Ace of Swords. You understood of seeking your own happiness during this time, approaching it with grace, approaching this season with grace, faith, and hope and joy. And you become the King of Wands. I wield the power of leadership and vision. Confirmation, Pisces. This only happened to elevate your status. This wasn't punishment or even karma for you. Now for Pisces, for this reading, why do we have the Sun card? For Pisces, for financial constraints, forgive. Throat chakra, Anana, believe in yourself, sacred journey. For sacred journey, why the Ace of Swords? Yeah, Two of Wands is like the initiation card. Why Ace of Swords and the Two of Wands for sacred journey? Look at that. And you got your power, Ace of Wands over here. You had to go through the crossroads. For Pisces, why the King of Wands here for sacred journey? Pisces, you're not a page. You're a King of Wands. And it's interesting that at the beginning of this reading, Pisces, I said, you know, they're seeing you as a page. Be mindful of like who you judge, you know, where I'll just give this example. Like I have a lot of Pisces 12th house in my chart, so I could see someone, but I could see someone say in their first year of initiation, and I could see their whole path where I'm just like, that person's a powerhouse and they don't even know it yet. Or that person is working towards this, this, and that. They're going to be that, right? Be mindful of who you judge in the process of becoming. Everybody starts as a page, and this doesn't even just have to do with spirituality. In business, in schooling, right? In business, in school, when it comes to your devotion to your craft, to yourself, whatever you're trying to master, it could be a sport, it could be a business, it could be your spiritual journey and path, right? High priest, priestess, whatever this is, everybody starts off as a page. And you taught someone or these people a lesson. Everybody starts off as a page. And the person judging you, at one point, they were a page in some way, shape, or form, too. So you humbled this person, or you're going to humble this person or these people by becoming everything that you said that you would. Doing everything that you said that you would. Pisces. Eight of Wands, you trusted in the universe. This reading is interesting where these people kicked you down, made fun of you. Like, look at Pisces, look at what they're going through. And you kind of just took it, Pisces, to be quite honest here. We have the Sun card and the Eight of Wands where it's coming in and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna, I know what's going on, so I'm just gonna take it. And you took it, Pisces. Why the Sun card with the Eight of Wands? You took it. You took it, Pisces. You took the Death card. You took it. You died with a smile, Pisces, quite literally. Isn't that, I said you died with a smile. Pisces, look at this. Death card and this big smile. Pisces. Like, it's like, oh, the Death card? Okay. I know what's going on here, so let's just do it. That's what I'm seeing here for you, Pisces. But for me to say that you died with a smile, I mean, come on, Pisces, Death card. And then we got the full of hope and faith and trust and joy here, where Pisces, you took that. You did. And you died with a smile. And it all comes in for you, Pisces. And I you know, if anything, Pisces, I actually think that's a beautiful trait. Where it's like these people, On my email newsletter, for whoever's on my email newsletter, I wrote an email recently. It's completely free. Go to 144bluerosetemple.com. You can create a free account to be a part of the free email newsletter. I wrote an email newsletter about shame, where shame isn't, shame is taught. Shame is not natural in this world. We think of the Garden of Eden, right? Where they didn't have shame. They didn't even know, right? That they were in the garden without any clothes on until... right? The shame was projected upon them. This person or these people were trying to shame you. And that's the thing of when it comes to, say, projections, evil, even spiritual attacks, there are often like shame is one of them, where shame is not a natural part of us and our genetic makeup. Shame came over time. Whether it was the Garden of Eden the first time, I don't know. But this person was trying to shame you because they have shamed themselves. And this, again, it's the new moon in Scorpio. This reading goes deep into shadow work and shadow integration, where Pisces, this person tried to make you feel bad for what you were going through. You cannot help but know thyself. You cannot help but know why things happen, how energy works. So when the death card comes here, Pisces, when the death card came in, you said, okay. The Sun card. You knew why the death card came in. You knew exactly what you had to do. You can't help but understand why things happen. You know, like Pisces, you are someone that you're kind of hard to play with. But you're hard to play with, not in the sense of like that you're like, and this and that. You're accountable. You know thyself and you will do the work. You do not play about yourself. You don't play with God, right? And so that's why it's hard for these people to play with you, because you don't play about yourself. And you actually do the work. You're not someone who's not doing the work. When they try to say something, you already did it, or you're 5 steps ahead of time. That's actually kind of funny though, Pisces. You did die with a smile. All right, Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, Ace of Swords. But you knew what was happening here. We have the 2 of Wands. I possess the power to shape my future. You're going through this 2 of Wands, the in-between, the unknown. Pisces, where life is initiating you. You're just going through a death and rebirth process. And this is something that I just, on a personal level, I always say, don't judge a person's death and rebirth process. You don't know the rewards that are coming after. Because if we understand how energy works, when someone goes through death and rebirth initiations, what the naked eye sees is loss and grief and the death energy. But we understand that there's rewards that come with that. There's a balance that comes with that. So be very mindful about who you judge in that season, because you don't know what's coming for them next season. Pisces, you reclaimed your power. You reclaimed your truth over here, even more than before. Be very mindful. And this is like to the people who judge you. There is someone facing karma. This Page of Wands was always going to be a King of Wands anyway, right? That was like the plan. That was God's plan. So Pisces, I actually really like this reading. You know, where spirits, look at that, the Star card over here. It says, I am inspired. But Pisces, your hope, your faith, and your trust over here. All right. Now, what's the advice for Pisces for this reading? Temperance card, Pisces, your life is coming into balance. Okay. Temperance, peace, patience, harmony, balance. For Pisces, why do we have the Temperance card for advice? Pisces, and so are your wealth and finances. You know, we do have a deep surrender or spiritual awakening that you've been through, a time of rest, reflect, and pause. But Pisces, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I'm surrounded by abundance and I create harmony. All right. And so we do have financial constraints over here. You know, for whatever it is that you were going through in your death and rebirth cycle, it was only for a new beginning. So Pisces, your finances, your abundance is being restored. Relationships are being restored. Your path, your mission, it's being restored here, Pisces. Whatever areas of your life that have been out of balance, they're coming into balance now. For Pisces, what do we have for Pisces? Truth, revelation, understanding over here. All right, Pisces, things are being illuminated for you. Now, this could be with the people in your life, right? These people facing karma. It could be you, but you're gaining deeper understanding. It actually might be the people. Okay, we do have community, kinship, companionship, messages, channels, information. You might be getting some sort of message, actually, maybe from community, soulmates, soul tribe, from someone here. I do see you getting a message. And also, people are getting the message about you. As soon as I say that, we do have galactic wisdom, cosmic ritual. Yeah, where people are also, though, maybe they're seeing that you've been through, you overcame certain things, Pisces. And they're getting the message about you. Like, God's hand is upon you. Definitely we have revelations on the bottom of the deck again. So there's revelations in your life right now. For Pisces, what is some advice for this reading for Pisces? Ra, share your gift. We do have the end of a cycle. All right, Ra can resonate with you. Pisces, you are being asked to express yourself, to express your gifts, especially with the throat chakra, Archangel Gabriel. The throat represents expression, right? You are being guided to express yourself, your mission, your gifts, your purpose. What do we have for Pisces for this reading? Express yourself, Mercury. We do have open communication. Get a weight off of your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Someone wants to have a conversation with you. We do have Lady Nada, heart awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. And then we do have Krishna, devotion. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. All right, you are being recognized in this reading, where, again, you're on the other side of a lot of things here, Pisces. And the people who doubted you, or for some of you, I'm seeing Five of Swords, where there really were people who kicked you down when you were already down. Those people are going through their own karma. All right, now though, Mercury retrograde is going on. Whenever you're watching this, it can be for you. There's some sort of loving or deep conversation that's going to be coming in for you, Pisces, between you and someone else. I'm going to grab final messages. What are final messages for Pisces for this reading? Someone wasn't quite ready in the past. They do have something to tell you. So just confirmation. Someone wants to tell you something of, like in the past, they didn't quite see it. They didn't know it. They weren't ready. What are some final messages for Pisces? Oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. We have twin flame. Okay. Twin flame, Pisces. Twin flame may resonate with you. This also could be like your twin flame that wants to have some sort of conversation with you. We do have secret admirer as well. So for some of you, now it doesn't have to be twin flame, could be like higher level soulmate of some kind. You have a secret admirer that is a higher level soulmate or a twin flame. All right. And that could also just be your soul mission, your soul purpose. I always say your twin flame is your devotion, your sacred union with that inner feminine and masculine, with God, with source or goddess. And then for some of you, you have a twin flame without of you here. I'm going to grab another card. Why do we have twin flame for Pisces here? Krishna. All right. And then we do have blessings over here. So you do have Krishna on the bottom of the deck here too. All right. Now, for some of you, this actually has to do with your twin flame journey. So just take the message as it resonates, or twin flame is always your soul mission and soul purpose journey. We have trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. But for some of you, and again, you know that I'm not that twin flame tarot reader, but I'm actually getting that this is from your twin flame. Okay, whether that be your inner masculine, feminine, your higher self, whatever, the ether's twin flame, they recognize your devotion actually. All right, so and it feels like I'm not seeing a face. It feels very much like a spiritual union. Like some sort of divine masculine or feminine that exists, that again, it's not a person. This could again just be like your higher self, or I'm feeling the spirit of your twin flame, but not a person. You're actually like in alignment with your twin flame here. All right, so that's what I have for you, Pisces. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.